day at 5, the first athletes arrive as the Olympic security row intensifies. G4S is accused, in effect, of having misled ministers about its staffing plans. As thousands of competitors start to arrive for the Games, politicians are blaming each other for the security problems.
After the G4S shambles, we now need things back.
Britain's economic prospects are downgraded by the IMF, with next to no growth predicted in this year. 3 children found dead in a wood in Shropshire. Their father's body has been found nearby. In Syria, the fighting gets ever closer to the heart of Damascus amid talk of civil war. 53 million and rising. The population in England, Wales and Northern Ireland shows its strongest growth since records began. It's 5 o'clock, very good evening. Our main story is that police officers from 9 forces are being drafted in to help with security at Olympic venues following the failure of G4S to supply enough staff. But that company insists that police support will only be needed for a few days until security staff are fully assigned.
After G4S.
Olympic Park for us. Now, the Prime Minister has given details of what he called the biggest rail investment programme since Victorian times. He announced that £9 billion would be spent in England and Wales between 2014 and 2019, which should lead to faster and more reliable services. There are fears that fares will have to keep rising to pay for all of that. Our transport correspondent Richard Westcott has the details.
Everybody, I'm meteorologist Vince Condella, and this is another edition of Behind the Scenes at Fox 6. And in this edition, we're going to talk about the teleprompter. This is one of our studio cameras. And on the front of the camera here, you see words. This is the words to the newscast that the news anchors would read. The lens of the camera is behind this one-way mirror. It points out to where the news anchors are, but as they look towards the camera, they see the words to the newscast. Those words begin in the newsroom. Reporters, news anchors, and the producer of each newscast write the copy that is read by the anchors. It's a collaborative effort. The producers organize each newscast into the lead story, the second story, the third story, etc., and those news scripts on the computer rundown appear on the teleprompter. During the newscast, the news anchors have laptop computers and iPads on the news set, with the ability to rewrite certain news stories as updated information comes into the newsroom. The speed of the teleprompter, how fast the words scroll across the camera, is controlled by a member of the production staff in the studio. So if the news anchors have a copy of the script in front of them on their iPads, why do the words also need to appear on the camera? It's all about eye contact.
Well, it's important because it's important to make the connection with viewers. When you make that direct eye contact, you build a trust, you build a rapport, and therefore the viewers are more likely to connect with you, to believe what you say, and to really kind of build a bond with you, and that's important. It's something that you can't do if you don't have that eye contact. So if we're looking down all the time, we just can't do it. Now, if the teleprompter goes down, it's important to have something in front of you because we don't memorize very well.
It's always good to have a backup plan.
One of the things that we're able to do, Diane, when she's here anchoring World News, and me on the weekends, when we come up here and start the broadcast, we're able to look into the desk here, the monitors, and see what the competition is leading with.
All right, we'll take news brief next. You ready, David? Time out for the open. 3, 2.
An ABC News Brief. Now from New York, David Muir.
Good afternoon. Queen Elizabeth's husband, Prince Philip, has been rushed to the hospital with an infection just as Britain celebrates the Queen's Diamond Jubilee.
Is that going to be perfect? So thanks for stopping by, Cubes. Great showing you around ABC News. Come on back and visit sometime. And unfortunately, right now, I've got to get back to work.